Hi, my name is Teresa Jurgens, and welcome to episode 22 of the Innovation Process book, where we have been reading through the Innovation Process book from beginning to end. We are currently in part 3 under WAGILE product development. WAGILE is a hybrid process between waterfall and agile systems, including stages and gates and iteration. We're currently on chapter 13. We're wrapping up the last little bit of that chapter, talking about roles and responsibilities in WAGILE. You can check out the YouTube playlist to start at the beginning or any section that is of interest to you. So let's go ahead and get started on that last section of chapter 13. Project leader. Most project management processes are designed to manage only the project from start to finish. WAGILE product development includes a broader view of products and projects. Project leaders represent the product through its entire life cycle, so they take a long-term view of each individual new product development project, considering a perspective beyond the completion of that project. This is a unique aspect of WAGILE compared to traditional staged and gated or Scrum processes. Product lifecycle. There are a number of decisions regarding products that occur throughout the product lifecycle. A product lifecycle mimics that of a natural being, with first the idea being developed, followed by sales growth, market maturity, and eventual decline. Figure 13.5 illustrates a generic product lifecycle shown as sales on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. Some products go through the entire life cycle in just a couple of years, while other products have greater longevity. Importantly, as sales begin to decline, the organization must decide whether to reinvest in the product to rejuvenate it, to develop a new replacement product, or to abandon the market by retiring the product. These decisions reside with the project leader, acting as a product or brand manager. Project leaders act as guardians for the brand. The project leader balances decisions for the new product with the status of other products in the category to create the greatest benefit for the firm and customers at any given point in time. Product development decisions include information about sales of accessories, complementary products, and competitor offerings. Emerging technologies may render a product family obsolete while speeding the adoption of a different new product. As an example, consider the decline of fax machines and digital scanners replaced by the growth and maturity of the photo function on smartphones. Profit and loss responsibility. As indicated, the product leader owns the profit and loss equation for a product family, category, or brand. Introducing a new product can influence the profitability of other products, especially when cannibalization occurs. Product and project leaders generally take responsibility of the business case for a new product project using estimates of sales from the customer representative and costs from the team leader. However, because profit responsibility resides with project leaders, they must take ownership of the business case. Often a project leader is not a technical or marketing expert. Managing profit and loss expectations for a new product development project is similar to the business analyst role in Scrum, which we discussed in Chapter 8. Yet the project leader role is far more in-depth and broader, with overall decision-making authority for a product category or brand. Customer representative. Working very closely with all other members of the WAGILE development effort, the customer representative serves to provide inbound marketing data as well as designing outbound marketing messages. Customer representatives in WAGILE are the first contact with potential customers to understand needs and represent the voice of customer throughout the project. The customer representative is also responsible to coordinate external testing and data gathering. Voice of customer. One of the drawbacks of Scrum, please see Chapter 11, is that the product owner often represents an internal perspective rather than the true voice of customer. In WAGILE, the customer representative is bonded closely enough with real consumers to present their needs, expectations, and desires to the group. There is an emotional connection between consumers and the customer representative. Often the customer representative has worked in a traditional sales or marketing role previously to establish trust with that customer segment. Connections with end users also help the customer representative understand market trends and fads that might influence a new product development effort. Partly, the customer representative translates customer needs and market trend information into data that is used by the project leader. Because the customer representative role is not incentivized by conventional sales rewards and promotions, market information is viewed through the perspective of what truly benefits consumers. While this may feel biased toward customers, the data is balanced by the information provided by the project leader to manage the brand from a holistic perspective. Thus, the customer representative has a very close working relationship with the project leader to determine new product needs. Coordinate customer tests. One of the reasons that many companies forego customer feedback during new product development is that such data is not easy to collect. The WAGILE role of customer representative is in place to coordinate testing, feedback, and data analysis from potential customers. In many situations, customer representatives might already have existing forums in which the new product development team can test new ideas. Lead customer panels and regularly scheduled focus groups are arenas that the customer representative can use to gather customer feedback. Further, the role of customer representative is not a sales role, so potential consumers often feel more open to discuss their needs and wants. Salespeople are naturally inclined to drive conversations to close a sale, while customer representatives use consumer interactions to gather both qualitative and quantitative data. In the case of a replacement or next generation product, however, customer representatives must select appropriate existing customers for concept and prototype tests. With deep knowledge of the customer base and market segments, the customer representative is in an ideal position to coordinate design thinking activities. External WAGILE team roles. In addition to the new product development team, team leader, project leader, and customer representative, there are a few roles external to the core team. For instance, someone from the legal department will help to determine the best IP strategy. Other parties play a role throughout the WAGILE process, even though they are not called out as core team members. Supply chain is a key external role, as well as purchasing. Typically, the team leader will alert external sub-teams to new product development work in the pipeline and timing of their input so that the project can progress on schedule. So we are finishing up chapter 13 today. The next episode will begin chapter 14, which is a very long chapter. We'll talk about phases and tools in WAGILE product development by each stage that is in the WAGILE process. Again, you can get your copy of the Innovation Process book from Amazon, scanning that square QR code. We are also offering a course starting August 12th, 2025. You can register for that course. It's very inexpensive, covering each of the processes that are common to new product development: staged and gated, Agile Scrum, WAGILE, and then Lean New Product Development. Scan that QR code in the circle to get registered for that course. We'll run for 6 weeks, an hour and a half, starting August 12th. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.